you see this week's episode of Gotham? Because it was the most Batman-esque episode because motherfucking Azrael moves around like fucking Batman. He's all like, whoa, watch out, watch out. I'm not even joking. Did that not look like Batman when all those damn cops were like, bah, 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 bah. Azrael was all over the place like nobody could even hit him. He was jumping up. He was like Batman. Did it not make you think that a Batman show would be so badass if it looked like that? Before I continue talking about Azrael, because he might not be the most exciting thing about this episode, yeah, take that in for a moment. We need to talk about all the less important shit like Crazy Barbara. Yes, it looks like we're getting Crazy Barbara again, and this is what I was afraid of. Don't freaking build Barbara up like she's trying to be better or something and she wants to improve Gordon, and then give her this stupid craziness mind again. Pick a damn persona for this woman. I know she was going crazy. I know she went to the freaking sane asylum, but like, what are you gonna do? Is Gordon gonna end up with Tompkins or is he gonna end up with Barbara? Because if he doesn't have a baby with Barbara, we're not gonna get baby Barbara Gordon. Gotham, please just fix that. I don't know where this character is going, and I'm just like, the next thing is Penguin's back, baby. We saw him in his freaking dad's house with the dead body of his stepmom still on the table from episodes ago. Penguin turns on the TV and who does he see? Who does he see on the freaking TV? Motherfucking Galavan. Oh, what does this mean for Penguin? Is he coming back to Gotham to kill, make sure, freaking cut off his head and shit? Is he gonna make sure that Galavan stays dead? Because remember, Galavan killed his mama. Let me make a prediction right now because I have said in the past that freaking Fish Mooney is gonna come back because Penguin is causing some trouble for Hugo Strange. So maybe Hugo Strange is gonna find out that Penguin's back in town and he's all like, oh no, we can't have this. He's gonna want to kill Galavan. Give me subject whatever. And that's when Fish Mooney's gonna come back because you know who Penguin hates more than Galavan? Fish Mooney. Print it in the newspapers because I think it's gonna happen. Next on our list is Crazy Riddler. And oh my god, I love this dude being in Arkham Asylum, especially how he's controlling everybody else. This is so Edward Nygma, and of course, you know he wants to get out, and you know he's gonna figure a way out, but I love that he found Indian Hill and all the other crazy mofos that are in there. I kinda hope that we don't have Edward Nygma get out of Arkham Asylum just yet. I would not mind him staying in there until the end of season 2, and then maybe in season 3 he gets out and we see more storylines with him. I just like him staying in Arkham Asylum right now. I can only imagine some of the awesome stuff he can come up with and connections he could make in there. That's pretty much it. So now let's talk about Azrael. We know that Galavan came back to life on the last episode of Gotham, and he seems to only remember things about the Sacred Order of Saint Dumas. Before I continue, you need to watch this clip because it is just kind of strange. Hugo Strange. It's crazy how well and detailed I called this whole Azrael situation. You just gotta watch it to believe it. What if Hugo Strange is the person that creates Azrael? But I do know that he's like brainwashed by the Sacred Order of Saint Dumas. And that is what Hugo Strange specializes in. He like gets into people's brains and makes them do shit that they don't want to do. What if Hugo Strange wants like an assassin for himself or something, so he gets Galavan, brings him back to life, and since he's already brainwashed about Saint Dumas, he could just use that to prey on fucking Galavan's emotions and shit and be like, oh, the Order wants you to kill so-and-so, and then he goes out and does that shit. So like I said, Galavan is brainwashed by the Order of Saint Dumas. Hugo Strange, with the help of Edward Nygma, takes a story from the Sacred Order and convinces Galavan that he is Azrael, and uses him to kill James Gordon, meaning Hugo Strange has his own personal assassin now. If you didn't catch why Hugo Strange wants James Gordon dead, is because Gordon totally owned him. They were having a little chat because you know Gordon's being Gordon and he's trying to figure out who killed the Waynes. Hugo Strange fires back by giving Gordon a therapy lesson, and on top of that he can tell when he's lying. But Gordon's got a fucking ace up his sleeve and he says this is a court order, blah 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 blah, and he notices that freaking Hugo Strange freaks out, and Gordon's like, ah, there you go. You know what? I can tell when people are lying too, bitch. Hugo Strange got punked. Back to Azrael, Hugo Strange realizes that when you reanimate a body, you need to give them a personality, and he figured that out with the whole Azrael story. To intensify and solidify that Azrael brain mindset, freaking Hugo Strange gives him like these crazy video messages and he just watches them over and over, And if I remember correctly, they had the same kind of shit in Batman Arkham Knight. Feel free to correct me if I'm wrong on that, but I'm pretty sure I'm right because I remember that when I was playing the game. After Hugo Strange is done molding Azrael, he sends him to kill Gordon. Gordon is with Barnes because he's telling him about Hugo Strange creating monsters in a basement. Azrael freaking shows up and he's all like, "What's up, bitches?" And this is when we get that freaking Batman-esque fight scene. Come on, guys, he's freaking all like, he's all like freaking moving through the shadows and he's all doing shit. He's all like, he's motherfucking Batman! Don't tell me Batman wouldn't be awesome as a show! But put it on Netflix because it needs to be crazy. But wait, little nuggets, what was the best part of that scene? No, it wasn't Azrael moving like a bat. It was motherfucking Bruce Wayne seeing Azrael move the way he does. Because did Azrael not just inspire Bruce Wayne, who will become Batman? Guys, the look on Bruce's face was just pure astonishment that somebody could move the way Azrael did. This could inspire Bruce to learn to fight like that or want to be like that and eventually become Batman. Oh man, I'm getting all excited and stuff. Also, another Batman thing happened tonight, and that was when Gordon told Bruce that you don't want to cross that line because you're always going to pay for it and you're never going to come back from it. And that line is killing somebody, which is something Batman doesn't do except for in the Zack Snyder universe. I don't mind that Zack Snyder universe though. A little foreshadowing happened before the Azrael attack, but when Barnes and Gordon were arguing, freaking Gordon was calling out Barnes saying like, "You don't know how to make the right calls." They're talking shit to each other, and Barnes was like, "You know what? Maybe you should freaking run the GCPD." And Gordon was like, "Maybe I will someday." Yo, Gordon, you don't know how true that's gonna be, bro. The episode ended with Barnes fighting Azrael. He actually broke his sword, but that didn't stop Azrael from stabbing Barnes. Gordon shows up with a super mega shotgun and starts blasting freaking Galavan because, well, he notices it's him and he's like, "The fuck?" Galavan falls off a building, lands smack dead on a freaking van, and there's news cameras everywhere, and they're like, "Oh shit, that's the Mayor Galavan. How is he alive dressing like some kind of weirdo?" That part's gonna be really interesting because freaking Azrael is fighting with two different personalities right now, and seeing this news report might make him remember his old self. It looks like Barnes is gonna live, but it's gonna be interesting to see how that changes the GCPD with the shit he's starting to see. That's it for Azrael, but we're not done, kiddies. Remember, I said he wasn't the most important thing that happened in this episode. Did you guys catch all the damn Mad Hatter references that were dropped tonight? Because I did, because I love me some motherfucking Mad Hatter. At the start of the episode when Miss Peabody and Hugo Strange are observing Galavan, Miss Peabody says he's as mad as a hatter. And once freaking Hugo Strange finds out that you need to put a personality into somebody that's reanimated, he gets a bunch of books. One is King Arthur, another is Tales of Shakespeare, and another is Through the Looking Glass, which is an Alice in Wonderland book. He literally starts reading the Alice in Wonderland book. If you guys don't know, the Mad Hatter is obsessed with Alice in Wonderland. Alice in Wonderland is pretty much my favorite Disney movie of all time, so you can see why I love the Mad Hatter. That is still not the most important thing of this episode, but it does come from that because, hear this out, if Hugo Strange realizes that you need to put a personality into a freaking body that is reanimated, is Hugo Strange going to give Jerome the personality of the Joker? I know what you're thinking, that would be fucking crazy, and I might actually hate that because I don't want the Joker's personality to come from a storybook or Hugo Strange. I totally agree, and that's why I think Hugo Strange is going to try and give Jerome a personality, but Jerome is going to be so crazy when he comes back to life, the way Galavan was, that maybe he's just going to manifest this whole Joker personality because he was crazy and already thinking that he is number one and nobody can stop him. Maybe that personality is just going to be intensified and he'll reject anything that Hugo Strange tries to throw his way. Actually, as I think about this, wasn't Jerome's past filled with the whole circus shit? Oh my god, and wasn't his mom like fucking clowns and shit? What if his personality as he comes back to life is freaking a clown because he hates them so much, and that's the joke, that he's a clown that he hates so much, so it's like he hates himself, but it's funny to hate yourself. I don't know, it's crazy! Oh, I think I'm onto it. Is that, oh my god, if they are going from the past, the way Galavan is, Jerome could easily get his personality from freaking the circus! Juicebox, you might be onto something. So, I want to know what you think about tonight's episode and that shit I just said. Would you say this episode with Azrael was the best Gotham episode ever? Are you pissed that Crazy Barbara is still crazy? And although I just said all that shit about the circus, how much do you want my theory from this Jerome video to be true? Let me know in the comment sections down below. Guys and gals, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up and share it with all your circus buddies. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button for all things nerdy and geeky on this channel. As always, guys, I am your host, Juicebox. Remember, when you wake up in the morning, ask yourself something. Have I had my daily dose of juice? See you guys next time. Boop!